Right, hello space engineers. I am doing something new. Up until now we've only done Minecraft, but I wanted to show off something that I have been building in Space Engineers. And if this is a successful video, there will be more. So, if you do want to see more Space Engineers 2, which is what this game is, please like the video and comment and subscribe, and that'll tell me to do more of this stuff. And yeah, hopefully it'll do well. So, I guess before we get into the details, this is a project I've been working on pretty much since the release of Space Engineers 2. There is a version of this on like the workshop on Steam, but it's not like up to date. I don't think I've done a proper update on it in a while. But yeah, so this is called Alpha Station 1, mostly because it's a space station that I have built in um, alpha testing of the game, and it's sort of evolving over time as more and more blocks become available. For anyone who doesn't know, Space Engineers 2 is like Minecraft but in space and more than just squares. So, yeah. Where to begin? Should we start the top or the bottom? Yeah, so this is going to become an arboretum where basically when they add water, if water is affected by artificial gravity, I want to have a little lake in the middle and maybe have like crops growing around the outside, where people on the station can come up and touch grass and see like natural see nature surviving in space. This next section here, this is like the place where small ships like your little fighters or your small cargo vessels will come in. They'll be what, mooring or parking or mooring. I don't know what you'd call parking for a spaceship. I'm assuming it would be mooring. Um, in here, so I've got to add loads of connectors and things for all the smaller ships. So you come in one side, out the other. There's enough space to fly in and safely get around. I will be adding like some massive doors to this that'll open and close to give the station a bit of security. Um, but yeah, I can't do that yet because they haven't added. Well, they've added rotors, but they haven't added hinges yet. So that'll be a future project. And these pillars here are basically to disguise there's like an elevator going to be there, and yeah. Though I might make them a bit smaller later. Like this isn't the final design. This is just like rough shapes while I plan it out. This is going to be your like security. Like once you've parked up, you come through here, get scanned by like metal detectors, make sure you're not carrying guns and things, and then you go down here, um, and then these stairs up here lead up to where the plants will be. Yeah, there were two possible plans for this section. It was either going to be for growing crops or for it was going to be the main command center, but I figured it's a really nice dome to like be able to see all of space. And if I position it right so the sun's like constantly shining on it, then yeah, it'd be quite nice to grow plants in here. But it's a work in progress, and these will be some form of elevator, whether it's gravity elevators or whether it's what is it? A piston elevator will depend on what I can figure out later. But for now, we've just got the gravity generators there, just in case that works out. Right, so back down here. So yeah, when you're visiting the station, you then come into this next section. So this station is designed to be like a huge commercial station. So think of it like going to like a shopping mall or shopping centre, and you're here to like buy either parts for your ship, or weapons, or make deals, find contracts, and each one of these little sections is going to become a shop. Some of them I've already started filling out. Let's see if we can find one. Oh, up here is the like clinic, medical center for like medical emergencies. You come in here, get healed up. Yeah, so that one's one that's already done. Down here, this one you can buy ship parts or engineered parts. Oh no, this is the Gear Forge, so this is where you buy equipment. And what else have we got? This one is like your place to discuss contracts. You come here, get a job, fill in paperwork, sit here and discuss with things. There's some employees. They'll sit here and give you more details if you're like stuck with if you're interested in a contract. And yep, these sections here, they're gonna. I've got two possible options which I'm considering for them. One is for large ships to connect to the side of them, and maybe try and form like an airtight seal between this place and the station and the other ship. The other one is I make these a little bit bigger and design some kind of bus where the ship parks in here and then flies two big ships. Then the people get off the big ship and are transported over to here on like a bus type system. Kind of like what you'd see at an airport. Oh, I have got like a little prototype for this. Would be connecting to a ship if that's the method I do go with, and it extends and retracts. Let me just show you. The moment you gotta guess which pistons are the right one is that one there, and then that retracts in. Whether this works or not will depend on how the airtight system works. So this will be like your lock gate where you go in, seal that, it pumps air in, you come through here, and yeah, so that comes in here, or it will be a bus. And from the inside it just looks like this, so it just pushes out. Now that looks like it would be a perfectly good seal, but if it's got the same sort of airtight situation as Space Engineers 1, that won't be good enough because it's separate grids. So yeah, we'll see how it works, but this is a possible prototype. I like this idea. Right, so next we'll take a look at the central section of the space station. So this is sort of going to be lifts and apartments. So each section here is like an elevator that takes you down, up and down to a different part of the ship. This is an unfinished part that we'll see later. Yeah, so every part of the ship leads to here really, where you can get up and down, like this one here. You fly up, you would fly up, you fly up to where we were earlier. This is where we wanted to build the like little pond. Yeah, so this level is all the elevators and access to lower floors. And then you've got these doors here, which are your service access hatches to access for repairs. There's your gravity generator for the main ship, for the main station, and the ore detector there just looks nice spinning around, so I'll just put that in there. And then you come down here, because this is such a big station, there's obviously going to be crew who live here permanently, and they get like apartments to live in when they're not working, so they can relax and have their own like personal space and stuff, with like a bedroom, a desk, a bathroom, toilet area, and eventually a seating area, maybe a TV and things to catch up on the news. So we got 3 floors of like apartments things, because how big this station is. And then this is the like bottom floor, and down here is going to be more the engineering section. I might take this section out, put like a pond in here maybe. It depends how the water gravity affects water. And then this hatch is for if you like don't want to take the elevator, you can just walk everywhere on this station. So this brings you down to these huge gyroscopes. Most people don't bother putting in gyroscopes, but my thinking is the station's meant to be in orbit around a planet, and so being in orbit, you always have to make micro adjustments, like to make sure you stay in orbit, to keep the ship facing the right direction, and all of that. So yeah, that's the point of these gyroscopes. Now, since the top floor isn't going to be the main command center, this ring here is going to become the main command center and probably like part of engineering. As you can see, one of the lifts ends up here from up above. So I'm going to turn this into like maybe offices, a large command room, and on the outside you got the thrusters to provide stabilization for the station, and like if you do actually physically want to move the station, you can do with all these thrusters and things. And then down here, 1 floor below that, this will be more engineering than anything else. Like you've got the big reactors to power the station, all the way down the stairs to the refueling and maintenance. So the ship, the station will have its own like repair crew and like repair ships. So this is a station repair ship, so its job is to like grind down damaged bits, weld up broken bits, and just fly around performing general maintenance on the ship. So it has its own little hangar. This is open, so ships can fly in, land at one of these, refuel with hydrogen, which is stored in these hydrogen tanks, or change their batteries, which they can take off the ship and load in one of these power cells. So yeah, so they can do that. And then there's like general stuff for repairing and replacing on ships that they can do maintenance with. Here's your hydrogen tanks, and at the moment we've got these like small oxygen tanks, which are definitely not big enough for a station of this size, but that's all we've got, so that's what we're having here until we get something better. And then next we will go down to the lower level, which is down here, which is your bulk storage. This is the landing platform that we just saw, and what I want to do is I want to cut this out and then attach it to 2 of these giant pistons, and then have this entire floor drop down, and and then we'll have one floor for a large ship designed just to carry 2 huge hydrogen tanks, or if like a large dreadnought class ship needed refueling, it would take the hydrogen to the ship and refuel it. I've got to somehow make this airtight, which shouldn't be too difficult. And then here is the station's hydrogen storage tank. So you got what? 2, 4, no, it's 3, 6, 9, 10 large hydrogen storage tanks down here with a few turrets protecting it. And obviously you could have like deliveries come here, a ship comes here, connects to this, fills the station up with hydrogen, so then it can like sell it or whatever. So obviously this is a work in progress, and I've got loads I still want to do to this station, but I think it's looking great. And, yeah, I quite like it. And yeah, if you have enjoyed the video, please let me know and share any ideas you've got on what you think the station would need. If this video does well, I will see you next video. Bye.